Hello family, welcome back to the channel. How have you been? And welcome to the year 2021. God has been good to us and He has just guided us, protected us through the year 2020. We know how hard the year was, and now we find ourselves in the year 2021. And I am grateful, and I know you are also grateful for the life that we are still holding on to. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do subscribe and don't forget to share, to like and to comment on the word Kami. From my last video, I told you guys how important it is for us to go through this new year with God and for Him to be with us wherever we are. Today, I am here to give you a little bit of a word and a verse which is going to help you guide you through this year, which is supposed to be of help for you in how God is supposed to lead you in this year. We are going to take a look at Exodus chapter 33 verse 15. But before that, let's take a look at what happened before this Exodus 33 verse 15. So we all know that God called Moses and told him to lead his people from Egypt to the promised land. So on the way from Egypt to the promised land, we also find out that there are a lot of things going on between God, Moses, and the Israelites. And we also find out that leading the Israelites from Egypt to the promised land was not that easy for Moses to do. Why? Because anytime the Israelites requested for something that Moses brought before God and God gave them the answer, they always somehow find a reason to complain about what they have received. There was always something amiss. The story goes on with the Israelites being stubborn, God being angry, Moses in the midst of all this chaos trying to plead with God to be merciful to his people, and God being so merciful to them, and it goes on and on and on. I remember whilst I was reading the story of this journey from Egypt to the promised land, I always find myself asking why the Israelites always find a reason to criticize God. And that is just how we are as humans. We always find a way to criticize God on the things that we are wishing for and the things that He is giving us. And it comes to a time where God is so fed up with the Israelites, He does not want to have anything to do with them anymore, and He has just had enough. He is done. He is over all of this. So He tells Moses that, you know what, just go your way. I don't want to have anything to do with you guys. Since Moses is in the middle of all this thing, and he is the one who has a direct contact to God and is the only one who can plead for them, he had to find a way to do all this. So he went into his tent and spoke to God. So the Bible quotation let us know that Moses is in his tent and the cloud of God is over this tent, and God has come to speak with him face to face, like talking to a friend, as the verse 11 let us know. So in verse 15, which is the verse we are basing today's word on, Moses is telling God something, and this is a word that is very important for us to keep in mind, which is supposed to guide us through this year 2021 if we want to be successful. So let's take a look at the word in Exodus 33 verse 15. So I will be reading from the New International Version, and it says, "Then Moses said to him, 'If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here.'" So this is a word that I want you to use to go through the whole year of 2021. No matter where you find yourself, no matter in which situation you are in at the moment, and no matter where you are going to encounter trials, I want you to always talk to God and to tell Him, God, this is where I find myself, this is my situation, this is my position, this is what I am facing right now, and I know that when your presence is with me, when you go before me, when your cloud moves before me, and you show me the path, when your presence is with me, there is nothing going to go wrong. So wherever I am going, whatever decision I am making, if your presence is not with me, then don't let me go there. So whatever decision you'll be making this year, the very important thing to keep in mind this 2021 is, God, if your presence does not go with me, if this decision is not your will, then don't let me go there. Then don't send me out there, because you are going to go and hit a rock. He's going to catch you, all right? But for us not to just waste time on things that are not from God, let us always pray and always tell God that His presence should be with us, and that when His presence does not go before us, then we do not take a step. Taking a look at what the Israelites went through, we find out that they missed a lot because they were always complaining on things going on. So, for you to catch your blessing, for you not to waste 40 years on the desert, let's keep God's presence with us. Let us be one with Moses. Go before God. Today you don't need any Moses to go to God for you. Today you have the direct connection to God. So go before God and tell Him that, God, if your presence does not go with me, then do not let me take a move. If your presence does not go with me, then I don't want to be doing this. In your relationship, if God's presence is not in there, then you shouldn't be there. At your job place, if God's presence is not sending you there, then don't be there. In the decision that you are making concerning your studies, concerning the job you should be doing, concerning businesses, if God's presence is not there, if God's presence is not escorting you there, then my sister, my brother, you are not supposed to be there. So today's word is that if God's presence does not go with us, then we don't want to go wherever we are going. We want to be in His presence. We want to experience His love. We want to experience His glory. As the title of that passage says, Moses and the glory of God. Today it is you and the glory of God. Today it is Eunice and the glory of God. So on behalf of 100% Christ Network, I want to remind you to keep this word at the back of your head. Write it down where you can always see it, to remind yourself that if God's presence does not go with you where you want to go, if God's presence does not go with you in the decision that you are making, if His presence is not there, then you are not going to make that decision. If His presence is not there, then we are not going there. May God bless you as you continue to go face to face with Him and let Him know that without Him, nothing is possible. That without Him in your decision, there is no decision being made. For we know that with God's will in our life, everything is possible. So today, as He makes the impossible possible for you, as He makes the impossible possible in this year 2021, as He makes our wishes come true, the ones that we thought has been forgotten, as He makes them come true, may you continue to hold on to Him and to always be close to Him and to let His presence lead you wherever you go. Amen.